I think I can hear you, but my dog's going off. Yeah, it did. Awesome. Thank you so much. Can always head down to a planet, see how that works. I don't think we have any what is it? Paradise planets in this particular group, or this planet. Let's go check it. Love to see it. I've seen other people have them, and I was like, "What are these?" I always see them in screenshots. I don't even know what that thing is. This reminds me of Star Destroyer. Oh. No-win situation. I tell people about this game, and they're like, I just remember that it was really not well received, and people said it sucked. And I was like, no, you haven't played it recently. Oh, yeah, I can see that. I think now, one of the things that I've found is, like, there's so much to, like, do in terms of building, and there's times I just scrap bases for no apparent reason other than I'm bored of it. Exactly. And that's all I really, like, I do that so much, and it helps me sleep at night for some reason. Like, this game is just relaxing. Yeah. It, in a weird way, yeah, go ahead. I think it's because you get so lonely in certain areas. Like, you may never run into somebody else. Like, you could potentially play this game and never talk to another human being, see another human being, unless you're in the anomaly. So there's that piece of it, and then also, like, in true, like, Gene Roddenberry form, one of the things that's really neat about it is that there is that, hey, I have things, you need things, let me give you those things, which is kind of very Star Trek Federation ideal. So, it even, like, when you're running into aliens, unless it's in your ship, it doesn't even let you shoot at them. So it's like, that's not what this game is. I do remember when I was doing one of the, I remember I was doing one of the, what is it, like, quests or whatever the things that they did. Oh my God, that's awesome. Yeah. Jeez, that is so cool. Now, does that have any problem flying over water? I know some of the flying stuff does. Gotcha. No, when did you start playing? Did you start playing from the very beginning? Yeah, I think it's when the whole pandemic thing started. I'd always thought about playing this game, and then I started. Yeah, yeah. That's the when I started doing that. I was like, okay, this is really a lot of fun. Um, but yeah, I at that point I was. Oh my god, is that yours? There it is. But yeah, when yeah, this was neat. I always try to scan one when they come out of the ground, and I catch it for a second, and then I can't get it. How'd you get that? That is super cool. Did you mod the color on that? I love it. Yeah. I've been seeing stuff like this more and more. Like this guy. And I think they're great. One of them I was looking and it was just going up a mountain so fast. I was like, what in the world? I've never seen anything hit a mountain like that. And it was naturally occurring, but didn't have all the horns on it. That's a mod too, yeah? That's cool. That's neat. I haven't ever seen anything like that. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Mordite. I can see why. It's because Mohawk going. He's not. He's kind of like a greenish and like reddish. Like the patches are reddish and then the sides look greenish. Yeah. I remember like working doing stuff with was it Half-Life, and you would do skins, but if somebody didn't have the skin installed, it wouldn't show. I wonder if some of that is. I know for myself, we had to get rid of. One guy thought it'd be funny to install a naked man on everybody's computer, and so you have this guy running around, he has his junk hanging out, and you're like, I hate you so much right now. And then somebody would put a skin in where you couldn't see anything at all, so I just uninstalled everything. And I was like, that's it. I'm not dealing with these guys anymore. They're like, it's not fair. You have your skin. I was like, no. That is the Are those the ones that like kick around in the dust? That mod is so cool. There's a benefit to being a PC player, isn't there? Now, will these... Go ahead. I was going to say, will these attack things that attack you as well? Like the stuff that's modded? Gotcha. That's so cool. I love it. The legs are great. Yeah. No, but it still looks really neat.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
I've seen like... Yeah, is this the ones that fly around? Okay. I've seen those and they look like... There they go. That's great. I always see them like they have like ink coming out of them. There you go. I think I named my, what is it? My, living ship dumpling because it reminded me of like the Japanese dumplings. Oh, there it goes. That thing's cooking. Good Lord. Can you ride that thing? Oh. Okay. Yeah, the one I have that's incompatible is this little thing. But I found that like if something's attacking, yeah. I found though like it'll attack something really fast. Like if something's giving me grief. Yeah, like it's more maneuverable if something attacks me than some of the other things I've used. So it'll just dart and hit it. And I'm like, way to go. Like, yeah, I like that it says its mood is pragmatic right now. It's feeling pragmatic. And then I adopted one just a little bit ago, today, that was getting ready to get attacked. And so then I adopted it, and I'll show, it was this guy, and then right after, there he goes. And then right after I adopted him, like something on the planet attacked him and he disappeared. And I was like, oh no, did I lose him? So I had him respawn, and then I got him to go attack the thing that killed him. It was kind of humorous. Usually they do it for if you go up and hit an animal and they suddenly turn like violent towards you, then they'll go attack it. So they consider that to be like, okay, I'll protect you now. And then I decided on like the whole one with like my plans for one of my biggest bases is I got a hold of this guy. And then I decided to make him real big. This is about as big as I could make one of these guys. Yeah, like it's... I just kept modding and modding and taking them as far as I could, and this is where I got them. I couldn't get them to go much bigger than this. And then the T-Rexes, I found that they kind of top out right around, like without, I love those things, the robots. Like the T-Rex stuff, I couldn't get much further than these. Like this is about as big as they are. I wish they could get much bigger because I would love a full. I need a Godzilla size. Like I need a massive. Like to me, though, that's what I was so excited about when I was like, oh, pets, and you can adjust their size, and I was like, this is great. And then it just wasn't where I wanted it to be. But you also sacrifice speed if you take them too far. Yeah, like they start to slow down a bit. And this is the other one. So they're right about the same size. Like you'd almost have to mod to get these things to be bigger. I think they probably knew that everybody would be doing that, like trying to make that level or that size of a monster. Like this thing, which is still not as big as the biggest one I've made. It's stupid. It's stupid. But I've had people post in various groups, so like they have something that's maybe a quarter of this, and they're like, "Look how big I made this!" And I post this, and I was like, "You can keep going, just keep doing it. Like you just keep throwing it." And they're like, "Oh my god, I didn't know." And I was like, "Yeah." Now it's not very easy to figure out how to write it or feed it, but I mean, you can do it. Yeah, and it's like it has to be pinpointed weird. I've never had a really good amount of luck, like with that, getting it. It's like I tried to find ways to feed it or whatever, and it just constantly gets to be a pain in the ass. The most used one that I ever have are these guys. That is an awesome. Yeah. That's so cool. Now, does this also have like custom attachments on the side or anything? Because I know there's just no like gear on them. Okay. I do too. In some cases, it kind of takes away from their, you know, the design doesn't look nearly as cool. I don't know if I can. But this thing, I found planets. I need to post the coordinates in places where I found a planet, and I call it Horse Farm, and it's a bunch of these things. But it's burning hot. Yeah, it's extremely, extremely hot. Catches fire like crazy. But they had that whole big like glitch where if you were riding them too fast, that you would like all of a sudden it would disappear, and you get kicked off. And it doesn't do that anymore. You can actually get a lot more distance without that happening. That's neat. That's really neat. I wish they would let us do. Really? Yeah, I imagine that would be. It's almost like Santa Claus type stuff going on. But I wish they would let us do like a farm where we could see all of our animals out and about. Like, yeah. To me, like stalls or something along those lines, where you could do like containment places, so you can actually have like a proper farm or something of that nature, because that would be just kind of an exciting thing to do, and even allow for a better like chance of like if you're going to be extracting anything from them. I don't think this one has anything. Or even to allow for breeding when you're not around. Yeah, I think you're right. There you go. There's a little deer down there. That's weird. Where's this thing? I can't. Wait. There it is. There it is. That's like this thing somehow. Yeah, I saw it spinning. It would be a perfect cat toy. Yeah. I've seen this thing, if something attacks me, I've seen it attack. And it's pretty swift with justice as well. It's like, whack! Like, oh. Yep. And sure enough, like it's it'll follow and do what you need. You just can't ride it. It's just kind of this extra piece to kind of watch your back. And one of my bases is on a paradise planet that has a bunch of like very angry animals. And this thing just takes care of the situation. And I don't think it's bound by kind of like walls the way some things are, so it's even better. Sounds good, man. Thank you so much. I'm going to go hatch that thing and see what else I find out here. All right. Gotcha. Sounds good. Thank you again. I really do appreciate it. And it was great talking to somebody else that plays the game and enjoys it. All right, man. Take it easy. Yep. Where are we headed? Let's go to Cove. Yeah, I'm hoping I can hatch it tomorrow morning. I might need to kill this thing. It keeps trying to kill all the other animals. Get back here. Let's get you away from here. I have. If they actually made like an on-surface boat, I would do it. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate it. There are some things kind of hidden about this base. So there's everything that you see on the top. But I wish there was like an on-water, like actual boat. Then there's the whole under area, which is here. Lit up, ready to go. I tried to put those little lanterns in the window. And then if I go over this way, I got my Viking friends here, and their kind of quarters, if you will. And I got this guy sitting out here ready for me to use. And then if I go across the other way, I don't know why. I thought it would be funny to have like a that octopus sitting there. And then down here is my other exocraft, the Nautilin. And I can get out and get going. There it is. Very much so. Like, I don't know. I wanted to feel like super top secret craziness, and just kind of park it in like a garage, if you will, there. And then down this way, just making fun rooms just because I get bored. And I've actually built on this planet a few times, and I've wiped out this base so many times. There's a way up. But then in here, I just kind of wanted to make it look like it was a strategy room, if you will. So I've got this. And then if I go across, this almost looks like a bunkhouse. So you've got like things that you can thought it was a kitchen and whatnot, and then bunks. But damn, if this was just the general bunkhouse, I'd love to live in that. And then if you continue going down, I mean, either path you take takes you the same thing. Tried to make it look like it was a pool. You can hop on in, take a swim, you know. Kind of like a cabana, if you will, like what they see at like certain places in Vegas. But I did a couple different builds, and there was things I liked about some, and I didn't like about others. And then as I started to like dig in and play more, oh no, gotta turn you off. You'll start killing things. But as I started to build more, I scrapped, and then I built and I scrapped, and then finally decided to like take the best things that I remember doing and do it ground up. Oh, I bet I would. I love seeing what people build, and I get so jealous, especially when people are doing like glitch building. That stuff is so like awesome, and I can only imagine the patience it takes to build some of those, because turning things the right way doesn't seem like it would be easy at all. It's certainly not easy on PS5. I wanted this to be like Ruins, so I kind of have the vines going up. As if there was something here before, feeling like the Colosseum. And then I wanted to do like statues on raised platforms to make it feel like there was something a bit more to it. Then in here, I put the Gex, just because I sometimes find the Gex to be, I don't know, the history of the Gex is troublesome. But then you kind of don't know it because it's built up around it, but like everything's, well, almost everything's powered back here. Refiner station. Oh, that's cool. That would be super awesome. I can't believe they waited so long to even put windows in the freighters. And I saw that people were doing special things to make that happen. And I was like, I don't know that I could figure this out. Or when I tried, I just screwed it up. So I was very, very happy that they did something. But to get like a full 360 view of space would be fantastic. Yeah, I'm just trying to doing weird things to. Oh yeah. It really did make it really was a no-brainer. Because I mean, I kind of think that there's other people who are like me that might be more like stargazers, where you want to get out of the city so you can actually not get like any kind of light noise with viewing the stars to see everything that pops up. I kind of think I'm not the only person that might be like that. And I think that's maybe a lot of the people that actually play this game probably do that. So to not be able to actually take that in was... I didn't get it. I didn't understand why it took that long. But happy to have him now. Oh no! It's gonna lock up! This is actually something I've noticed a lot, at least with PS5. Coming out of a planet's atmosphere, if I'm going to my ship, or if I summon my ship... actually, usually if I'm going to my ship, out of a planet's atmosphere to my ship, it's where the most lockups happen. And that's just evident by what just happened here. Like, that's a specific issue that's been going on for a bit. Ever since the Fractal update, I think it was, this started occurring. So let's see if anything jars it, kicks it out. Thankfully, it's not as bad as it used to be. So this is like first time I think it's done this in like 3 weeks. That is so cool. You feel like an extraction team almost, like jumping into the atmosphere. That would be so badass. I would flip out. That's something. I don't know if you watched Mandalorian, like when they were jumping out of the ship this past week, but that would be kind of awesome. Like as you're kind of doing a drop-in team. So, but it looks like I'm restarting the game, and I think I'm probably going to sign out from here. Get the dogs outside. One of them's getting restless. The other one needs to wake up. She's been sleeping for too long. So, but thanks again for the dragon. I really do appreciate it. I'll try to hatch that here very, 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 very soon, as soon as I can, actually. So tomorrow morning. My wife goes to work tomorrow morning, and then I start playing this, usually while I'm waiting for, because I have ADHD, but I wait for my meds to kick in. So you might hear me go from like wild to all of a sudden feeling pretty good, like just quiet. It's usually because, oh, yeah, the meds kicked. But yeah, man, I'll see you around. I'll be back on with it. Usually I'll have my headset going too. But again, thank you so much. I would be excited to see your bases and what you've built, because some of the stuff you've already shown me with your pets and everything has been awesome. So again, thanks so much, man. Have a good one. And I'll be back on later.